You're listening to the Tip In Maple Leafs podcast with your hosts, Chad and Dale. Hey everyone, welcome to the Tip In Maple Leafs podcast, episode number 298. And Dale, if you're listening and not watching on YouTube, Dale's waving the white flag. He's
It's over.
Up. You're
it's
giving
over.
up.
Absolutely over.
He quit.
Continue, Chad.
Well, I mean, if I had a white flag, I would wave it too. Because it's over, baby. Episode 298. I'm Chad.
I'm Dale.
And here we are. Leafs lose to the Montreal Canadiens 5-2, which is probably
flattering at best.
Yeah, not the score that it should have been if Joseph Woll hadn't been in net. They've won one of their last 8. They beat a St. Louis team that everybody beats.
Was that an overtime or regulation?
That was an overtime. They needed overtime to do that. Then they got a point in against Columbus.
Okay, lost in overtime.
And then other than that, they've just straight up lost.
And then got ran out of the building last night by the Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah, I think they've only won one road game this year.
And now they're on the road for 6. Yeah. So, and I think it's all, okay, Columbus, Washington, Pittsburgh, Florida, Carolina, and then Montreal again. Good luck, boys. Yeah. Good luck.
Their schedule has been pretty soft. That's what she said getting into the start of the season. But now it's going to pick up here, and things are not looking good. And I don't know where you want to go. I don't know what you want to talk about, but this team is absolute dog shit.
We're almost at American Thanksgiving. We're almost at the end of November. So there's 3 games left this week in the month of November. American Thanksgiving next weekend. When the calendar flips over to December, Florida Panthers, Carolina Hurricanes, Montreal Canadiens, Tampa Bay Lightning. Come on, get serious. Get serious, man. Like, no chance. 0. I don't know, man. Let's start. Oh, here's where I want to start. Guess what game I watched this afternoon? Buffalo Sabres against the Carolina Hurricanes. Guess how that went down? Buffalo played extremely well, and they beat the Carolina Hurricanes in regulation to move past the Toronto Maple Leafs, who are now dead last in the Eastern Conference. Did you know that?
Congratulations, Toronto. You did it.
Surrender.
You did it.
I'm throwing in the towel. They are dead last at almost American Thanksgiving, dead last in the East. And people are like, playoffs? What are we talking about here? Get serious, man.
People, I mean, I even said this a couple weeks ago. Like, the optimist in me was talking about how, they're second. At that time, they were second last in the Atlantic. And I was like, but you know what? They're only 2 or 3 points out of jumping into a wild card or even top of the division. Well, now it's gotten to the point where now you're dead last. You're like 5-6 points out of a wild card spot. And not only that, you got 6, 7, 8 teams to jump to do it. You're in a dogfight now until the end of the year, and this team has no fight in them.
I don't think they're in any type of fight. They're not in a dogfight.
What are they in? What are we watching?
They're in a dogfight for, hopefully we get a top 5 pick and it doesn't go to Boston. That's what we're in a dogfight for. Full tank here.
So their pick is top 5 protected, right?
Yeah, like we have to get a top 5 pick. But I texted you last night.
Right now they're 5th last in the NHL.
Okay, so I texted you last night. I'm like, you just watch. They're gonna miss.
Yeah,
it won't be top 5. They'll pick between 5 and 8, and the Bruins will pick a fucking generational player.
Was it the year that
Tyler Seguin all over again right here, folks?
Was it the year they picked Willie? Or what year was it where they went out and they got like Tom Brass? I don't know. They went out and got a goalie or something, and they ended up winning a few games.
Berkey.
Yeah, and they moved away from the bottom 5 into like 8th or 9th. That's what they're going to do this year. They'll be like bottom, and then come into March and April, they'll go on a winning streak, bump up to 6th or 7th, Boston pick.
100%, man. Like I can't even with these guys anymore. It's such a hard watch. Like, they got ran out of the freaking building by the Montreal Canadiens. It was like, I don't like I was watching because I knew we were going to be doing a podcast, but I'm like, I didn't want to watch that.
No.
Like, Joseph, do you want to talk about Wall? A positive? Yep. I've got Wall and Cowan. Do you want to talk about them now or later?
Let's talk about them now. Let's do some positive.
The only two positives. The rest is all shit show. Joseph Wall stood on his head. In that second period alone, he was making monster fucking saves. It was already like 3-0. He got the mercy pull by Berube. We'll get more into him later. But like, without Wall, like literally that game 7-8-0 in the second period. Easy. I thought Wall was great. And Cowan, and then you take it here. And then Cowan again, obviously he's sticking around, which I still kind of hate because now he's stuck with these fucking losers for the rest of his first year in the NHL. Like, how sad is it that a rookie, his first year in the league, basically is the best fucking player on the ice for you, other than the goaltender, Saturday night in Montreal? What is that how sad is that?
Yeah.
I don't know. What are your thoughts, Wall and Easton Cowan?
Well, I thought Wall was unbelievable, but I also thought, like, he's just coming back. People were worried about his game. He's just coming back, and you're trying to ease him back into it. And this is what you do. There were stretches. Do you remember the stretch where they just killed the penalty? Another penalty was coming. Montreal pulls their goalie. It was 30, 45 seconds. The Leafs couldn't even touch the puck.
It felt like longer than that.
Montreal was just playing keep away.
Yeah. Leafs couldn't touch.
Having fun with the Leafs.
Leafs couldn't touch the puck.
No. Do you remember back in 2014 when Canada played Latvia in the Olympics and that goalie like passed out because they peppered him with 60 shots?
I think so, yeah.
And Canada ended up winning 2-1, but just barely beat. That's what I felt like watching Joseph Wall last night.
Yeah,
like,
it was brutal.
Toronto couldn't touch the puck, and he was just going side to side to side.
And guess what? And guess what? They didn't touch the puck.
No, they didn't.
His mask got fucking hit off his head, right. And that's what blew the whistle. It could have kept going for another fucking 30 seconds. If they didn't even get to the puck, it's because his mask came off. And then he turns around to the ref. He's like, blow the fucking whistle. Holy. Can you see him do that?
Yeah. And then they pull him. Berube takes Wall out of the game as a mercy pull.
Oh, mercy pull.
And you think that might get the team going? Like, maybe show a little jump. We just let Joseph Wall, we just let him fucking rot in the net.
Chad, there's nothing that can get this team going. Nothing.
No, didn't change. Cowan, I said this to you last night. I have no idea why at practice he always has Yarncroc or somebody on the first line. But then Berube, midway through the game, every game, Easton Cowan's on the first. Just leave him there.
Okay.
Like, he's playing great. Just leave him there.
I 100% agree. And here, I did not agree with them taking Is it Quillen? Is that how you pronounce it?
Quillen.
What is it?
It's Jacob Quillen, but the Key and Peele sketch.
Quillen. So this guy, kid, whatever, Marley, looks like he could be an NHLer to me ahead of some of these fucking guys.
I would have taken Domi out and put Jake Quillen in.
Like, when Quillen played, when he got called up earlier in the week and he played the couple games, he looked good. He had some bite. He was in hard on the forecheck. He was throwing his weight around. Like, he looked like he gave a shit. He wanted to do something to make a difference. Why put him in the press box? He was one of the only guys that was given it, I thought. And Sammy Blais, Domi, pick a fucking guy. Michelli, pick a guy. Take him out. Any of them.
You said it a few weeks ago, man. You said that if they're going to do this, you would like them to start trading off pieces and just play some of the Marlies.
Well, look how hard that kid played.
That kid's not going to give you a lot of points.
No, but just give me effort. I'll take that.
That's where we're at right now.
Where we're at.
We just want effort.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Play hard. Play hard.
We're at the American Thanksgiving and we're talking about Marlies taking out regulars just for the effort level.
Dude, I mean, so I don't think he should have been taken out of the lineup, whatever, but Berube thought it was going to, I heard him pregame talking about how he thought it was going to be like a physical game and whatever. Well, okay, like what? Quillen can't play physical? None of the guys are playing physical anyway. Doesn't matter. Physical? Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Dakota
Anyway,
Joshua had a chance to fight.
Oh, fuck this guy. Okay, Dakota Joshua. He had a chance to fight Jack Eye in the
when you're down 3-0.
That second period. They were lining up at the face-off. It looked like it was gonna happen. No. And then I don't know if you caught this at the end of the fucking game.
Yeah.
Joshua was on the ice behind. I think they were behind. I don't know if they were behind the Habs. Yeah, they were behind the Habs net. And Jack Eye was right there. And he's kind of in his face and whatever. And Dakota Joshua, instead of getting in his grill, even dropping the gloves at the end of the game, whatever, I don't know if you caught it. He turned his back to Jack Eye. He turned his back. Like his back was towards Jack Eye's front. And like he wanted nothing to do. He's like, get me out of here. Get me out of here. He wanted nothing to do with it. I was like, what the fuck kind of maneuver is that? Get in like go at him. Just go at him, man. Did you see that at the end of the game? Yeah, I did see it. Like he literally turned his back and was like, no, like hiding in the corner from Jack Eye.
Yeah.
Dakota Joshua. Like
he gave Jack Eye a little bit of a shot. Like not from behind, but a little bit of a shot at the end of the game, but he wanted nothing to do with him.
No,
and I get it. Jack Guy's one tough son of a bitch.
Okay,
both of them are.
Yeah, but yeah, like Joshua's not a fucking like he could go.
I know. I get it. Oh, he totally could go. I get it, but he probably loses that fight. Like Joshua's tough, but he's not.
So then lose the fight.
That's just what I'm saying. Lose the fight. You're making $3.5 million, and you've done dick all season.
Right.
Lose a fight. Like Dakota Mermis got in there.
Or just like wrestle him to the. Oh, Mermis was throwing. I didn't know that dude could fucking go. He was throwing haymakers, man.
I know. He did it.
Like, even if you're Joshua and you don't want to fight him because you think he's going to kill you, just like wrestle him to the ground or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't turn your back to him like this. And
don't and going back to the second period, don't back down. Like, just grab arms and fall to the ice, but at least you didn't back away from it. There's just no.
I hated that. I absolutely.
Joshua Waugh.
Such a bad look.
Waugh's been decent, but I'm throwing him in anyway. Joshua Waugh and Michelli have been absolutely. That's what you did with Marner's money. You took Marner's money and you gave it to Joshua Waugh and Michelli, and they've been absolutely brutal on this team. Absolutely brutal. They have given you nothing.
Worse than
nothing.
Brutal. I can't. Yeah, like I
can't.
Think.
They're hurting the team.
So bad.
Like, wouldn't you rather have spent it on one player?
Well, not Mitch, but yes, I can't.
But they were like, oh, we can spread the wealth and get more depth or whatever. Well, it didn't work.
I'm trying to think of other guys who went in free agency that they could have. Like, well, I'll tell you right now who sat out and like the Leafs were interested and then didn't want to pay him, and now he's in Edmonton. Edmonton sucks too, but Roslovic is just scoring every fucking night for the Edmonton Oilers. Couldn't pay $5 million for that guy or whatever, but like he's scoring every night for them.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But we thought we thought we'd take a chance on the guy who was a healthy scratch half the season for Utah.
Yeah, I know, working out great.
I don't even think how many points did he have last year? I'm gonna look that up.
Well, he didn't play half the season.
I know, but like you took a chance on him and without a backup plan. You were like, he started the year on the top line.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And he had 18 points last year.
Yeah, but they were going off of like the year prior to that. He had like 60 points or something like that, I think. So they were thinking that he could. I get what they were thinking there. Like, oh, he's a playmaker. He can maybe return to form. Yeah, no. Put him in the press box or fucking trade him.
I think you'd have a backup plan, like maybe get two of them in case one doesn't work out. I don't know.
I'd rather have Quillen in there just banging than fucking watch 63 or whatever.
When you're watching, I'll ask you straight up. When you're watching the games, how many times do you notice Michelli, Waugh, Joshua? How many times?
Zero. Only in a negative aspect. A turn away or just being soft, not finishing a hit, not. I only notice them in negative aspects. Like I never am like, oh, did you look at that? That's something. No.
There's only like 4 or 5 people on this team who I notice in a positive light in the games. And it's Willie and JT, Cowan, OEL.
Oh yeah.
Wall.
Stetcher. Stature comes in, and he's like the most pissed off guy last night. He's been there for a week, and he's fucking
He's
pissed.
showing more emotion than the guys who have been here 10 years.
He's more pissed off than like anybody else on the ice.
Yeah.
Like, love that guy.
He's living at a hotel, doesn't even have a room in Toronto.
Man.
And it's crazy, man. It's crazy that this is where we're at.
Just for a second, like what that Stetcher dude, like he's not the best, but like he's not good enough to be in the top 6 for Edmonton.
Edmonton's defense is not much better than Toronto's defense.
I don't know. That's a little confusing to me. He's a puck mover. Like he's the best puck mover D-man that we have, I think.
And he's got some bite to him.
Yeah, he looks engaged.
Yeah.
Like,
he was mad that they scored.
Fuck, man. Go. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, like, I had a feeling I had a feeling in the offseason and at the start of the year that they were gonna regress, that it wasn't gonna be as good. But could you have ever imagined if I had said to you they're gonna be dead last in the Eastern Conference and it's gonna be a shit show by American Thanksgiving?
No.
It's crazy where we're at.
I want to get into something like injuries and health and all that. I do want to get into that in a second. But first, I just want to say, do you want to do DraftKings and then we'll come back? Or do you want me to talk about
Sure,
this?
Yeah, let's do DraftKings and then we'll come back. So listen, everybody, hockey's back. And this season, DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the NHL and the Hockey Podcast Network, brings you all the speed, skill, and nonstop action that you love. DraftKings Sportsbook delivers unmatched intensity of the NHL right to your fingertips. From player props to the thrill of live in-game betting, every drop of the puck is your shot to win big. New customers, this one's for you. Bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get paid out $300 in bonus bets instantly. All you have to do is download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, use code THPN. That's code THPN. You turn $5 into $300. Bet 5, win, get $300 in bonus bets instantly. In partnership with DraftKings, where the crown is yours. If you have a gambling problem in Connecticut, call 1-800-GAMBLER. If you're in New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or just text HOPE-NY. And this is void in Ontario.
Okay. So I just want to, before I go to the injuries and health and stuff like that, because I got a bone to pick on this stuff here. But first, I just want to talk about, so they're in dead last in the East right now as we are doing this Sunday evening. Teams that are better like that than them currently. The Leafs are old, they're slow, they don't have any fight. They're soft, they don't have any fight, they don't have any compete. They honestly look like they could fucking care less, other than a handful of guys. There are some guys, okay? But the team as a whole, no. And just teams that are better. The Habs, just in the Atlantic alone, the Habs, so much better. I would, like, we kind of talked about this like last podcast or maybe the podcast before that. Like, would you, if you could snap your fingers and switch our roster with this roster? And we were like, I forget who we were talking about. Boston, I think. But like, name a team in the Atlantic where you would not switch the entire Leafs roster for their roster. I would do it for Montreal. I would do it for Ottawa. Like, these teams are so much better. I'm getting close to, I might do it for Buffalo.
I was just going to say, probably as you get lower in the conference, like maybe not Buffalo. But,
they have a number one defenseman, Tage Thompson.
And they're winning.
Alex Tuck. Like, they're not the best, but they've got a bunch. They've got this little Zach Benson dude. He's a fucking gritty forward, like front of the net type guy. The Leafs don't have this type of shit. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I mean, honestly, if someone said to me tomorrow, like, okay, you can trade the entire Leafs roster for the entire Sabres roster, I would seriously consider it. I would seriously consider it. That's where I'm at with my Leaf bullshit. I'm sick of these guys. Sick of it. It's surrender time. Surrender, boys. It's over.
So where do we go?
Dude, like, I don't see anywhere. Okay, hang on. Let's get to we'll go out on that. Injuries. I was watching a couple things this morning. Like, there's a bunch of other Leafs podcasts, okay? Like, I don't want to particularly name them here. I don't want to shit on anybody, but like, I was watching one this morning that was talking about, well, they're not fully healthy, okay? Like, so wait until they're fully healthy to see what they really.
Because they were such a powerhouse when they were healthy.
Like, yes, are they missing Matthews and Nyes and Tanev and fucking the list goes on? I'm missing guys too, but like Carlo, like that fucking matters. McCabe now possibly Stolarz, like long list there, sure,
Yeah.
long list, and I get all of that, but my whole point is like, really, is it these guys weren't doing anything at the beginning of the year when they were healthy. So you're going to plug them in here in sometime in December and it's going to make a fucking difference. This to me isn't injuries. I don't think if those guys are in the lineup, I still don't see this team winning. What do you think? Is it fair criticism to be like, okay, we can excuse this because look who they're missing, or this is not an injury thing?
No, it's well,
or
I mean,
a little of both.
It's a little of both. You can totally skew the picture and talk about the injuries, but the fact of the matter is that the GM doubled down on old breaking down players.
Yeah.
Like Matthews he's not the Matthews from 10 years ago when he came into the league. Like he's been beat up, banged around. He's not the same player anymore. Tanev's at the end, man. Like 38 years old. You knew when you signed him that this was a possibility, that he was just going to break down and not go. Stolarz he's had a history of being injured, and Carlo, he wasn't very good. Carlo wasn't very good in his last couple of years in Boston.
No,
and you took a chance on him. So it's you can say if we had these guys back, but I don't think these guys are the guys they were in the past anyway. Even if they all stayed healthy.
no.
Like I don't think Matthews is the same anymore. Stolarz, Tanev. It's just the way it is. For me, the problem is the guy upstairs that built the team.
Yeah, we'll get into that. So yeah, it's not so like I get if you want to try to take a positive take here, like I get it. You want to believe and you don't want to think that the window's closed and whatever. I'm so sorry. Close. Oh, it's fucking closed, man. It's closed. Like
you remember
look, I will come on here and eat it. I will eat it fucking big time. If
that's what she said.
If something drastically changes here, but there's no part of me that sees this going anywhere but in the fucking ditch, man.
But even if it changes, what they're going to get a wild card. Do you see this team doing any damage in the playoffs?
Absolutely not. Not a chance. Zero.
And even if you made moves at the trade deadline, there ain't nothing fit. This isn't just a piece or two. This is like a full-blown retool or rebuild.
You have to. There is not a team in the Eastern Conference that's going to make the playoffs that the Leafs could beat in a 7-game series.
No, sucks.
Not one.
It sucks because I think this is the most open the Eastern Conference has been in years.
Oh, it's anybody up for grabs.
If
could be Ottawa, could be Montreal, could be Boston, could be Carolina.
If this was the Leafs from last year, like clear sailing. Yeah. You have a path right to the cup. But this Leafs team,
I still think the Panthers will be there at the end of the day. I really do.
For sure. But like Leafs would have had like a real shot.
Yep.
In this Eastern Conference. It's not very strong.
No, that is not the case anymore. It's not. That is not happening. Anybody who thinks they have a shot, dude, you got to really freaking, you got to, like, if you're like watching these games, if you think this team's got a shot, healthy, not healthy, it doesn't matter, man. They can't.
It's the window's closing, but when Matthews and Marner came into the league, at that time, Chicago was really good. Like, San Jose was really good. LA was really good. And they all kind of had, you remember Taves and Kane were dominating.
Oh, yeah.
But then after Matthews and Marner had been in the league for a while, and McDavid and all those guys, Taves and Kane took a back seat. Chicago got back. I think that is happening now with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Like, I think the young kids are getting better. Matthews and McDavid, like, they're moving on. The young kids are taking over. And Toronto's an old, slow team, and the window's closed.
Bedard,
you didn't win. You had your opportunity, and you didn't win.
McDavid isn't the best player, in my opinion. He's not the best player in the league anymore. He's not. He's an incredible hockey player.
Look at Montreal last night. Like, oh my God, the way they were skating and moving the puck around.
I got something for you. I don't know where I caught this stat, but a Kyle Dubas draft in the second round. Kyle Dubas chose, who was it? Who did he pick? Can't remember. He had a pick. It was like just a few picks before Lane Hudson. and the Habs picked Lane Hudson after the Leafs picked. Who was it? I can't remember. Anyway, a guy that was completely like irrelevant, like just not a player. Anyway, my whole point here is the Leafs picked somebody like Lane Hudson. You would have thought like fit Kyle Dubas like to a T. Small, skilled defenseman. You would have thought Dubas would have been all over that guy. My whole point here is Leafs could have had him. They went with somebody else. Lane Hudson went a few picks behind who the Leafs picked. You don't think the fucking Leafs could use Lane Hudson on that blue line right now?
Well, they probably would have traded him at some point.
Yeah, you're probably right. But how good would he look back there right now? Lane Hudson in blue and white. Like puck mover, just skilled as fuck.
So
like
yeah, he was taken 62nd overall.
Okay.
By Montreal.
Early third round. Are you seeing who the
No,
Leafs
that's
picked?
in round two.
Okay.
And I'm just looking, and the Leafs picked Fraser Minton at 38.
Oh, Minton. Okay, Minton. Okay, so
that was from a trade from Chicago. So that was Chicago's pick. I'm trying to see if they had their own pick.
That's not a bad pick then. I thought it was okay.
No, they had taken Fraser Minton.
Okay, so that is a good pick. I probably would pick Lane Hudson over Fraser Minton. And quick update on Fraser Minton in Boston. I watched the Bruins Kings game the other night. Fraser Minton's playing on a line with Kastelik and Tanner Jeannot. Kastelik? Who? Stellick?
He's on the third line.
Third line center.
So let me ask you, Dale, how did Fraser Minton look?
He looked incredible. He was throwing his weight around. He was going to the front end of the net. He had chances all over the place, but he's playing with two guys on his wings that are like, you do what you want to do, kid, because no one's going to cause fucking trouble with you when we're out here. Like Kastelik and Jeannot are fucking monsters in Boston. Yeah. They're like, forget about it. So anyway, Minton's going to be like, fuck. He's going to be good. He's going to be a good Bruin for a long time, and he could have been a good Leaf for a long time. But we got, Carlo, who will probably end up trading this year. So I want to go into that, Chad, kind of on the way out here. Like fringe moves for me are not going to do it. I think this team needs a large overhaul. I'm prepared for a rebuild. Will they do that? Probably not. Berube, Tree Live. I'm going to rip a lot here and then hand it over. Yeah. Berube, Tree Living, Pelly. They've got, like, are they the guys to fix it? Obviously, Pelly will still be at the top, the head of the snake. But Berube, Tree Living, who knows? But fringe moves, like, sure. If you're out of it, which they're out of it, I don't see them getting back in now, but we'll see. But guys like Carlo and pick a guy, Joshua, Michelli, like fringe guys that you could move on from, Domi, whatever. But the main guys will still be there. I don't want to move Nyes. I don't want to move Cowan. Like, those are the two untouchables for me. Anybody else, basically, maybe you keep Wall, but there's really no one else that I wouldn't trade. But I don't think that moves the needle. Like, so you make those moves at the deadline, you pick up other pieces that are just like those guys, just a dude, and then you try again next year with the same core. It's not going to work. I don't know. What are your thoughts on all that? For me, what I'm trying to say there is make fringe moves, get some picks, but that's not going to do anything. It's kind of time to start getting some of these big boys out of town, don't you think?
Yeah, 100%. But I've said it the past 3 podcasts, because it's crazy that we're talking about this in November. But I don't want Brad Tree Living making the moves to do this. There is a whole lot of work to be done, and I don't want this guy anywhere near the team.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you think as bad as this could possibly get, and it could get much worse,
yeah,
believe it or not, this could get much worse. Will Pelly make a move during the season, or you think he's going to ride it out with Tree and Berube and just moves will be made in the offseason?
I hope he makes a move, but the way the Leafs operate is wait too long. That they always do that. They wait too fucking long. 100%. He's gonna wait. He's gonna wait. He's gonna let Tree do the trade deadline. Tree won't fire Berube. Everything will just kind of stay in place. Yep. Boston will get your 7th pick overall in the summer, and then they'll make a move. Where proactive teams, the teams that win cups, they see a problem. They're like, no, we got to fix this right now.
Okay.
I don't get it. Like, I said this to you yesterday. They, everyone was on Dubas and Shanahan and whatever. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to get into. Something that I read deep in the dark web.
Okay.
From a
Shanny?
guy. Yeah, so it has to do with Shanny. So something that the guy who works for MLSE, he said that Shanny did not want Brad Treliving, but
He
Brad
hired
Tree
him.
Brad Treliving's dad is
Jim.
really
Jim.
Jim Boston Pizza himself,
Yep.
Mr. Lube. That's what she said.
Yep.
He's apparently was. This is what I read. He has some very close ties and friends with the MLSE board.
Oh, fuck. Sure.
So anyway, Shanahan agreed to hire Treliving, but he was like, "I'll do it," because Shanahan believed in himself to block any stupid moves that Tree would want to do. And then we removed Shanahan from the picture, and then we got this. And I was saying to you the essay, it's kind of funny that for years everyone was like, fire Dubas, fire Shanahan, fire Keefe, get rid of, and never did they ever put a product like this on the ice.
No, I know.
Ever.
No.
But that's just what I heard is that Shanny didn't want him, but Shanahan's like, all right, I can work with them because I'm there to like block things and help him along. And then you move Shanahan, and Tree was free to do what he wanted.
That's
and
interesting.
We got this.
Well, Shanny never wanted to move off of Dubas. He wanted to re-sign Dubas until Dubas was like, I kind of want your job, bud.
Well, until Dubas wanted to break up the core four. Until Dubas is like, it's time. Because Dubas wrote those contracts with the idea that we have the 1 year before their no movement clause kicks in to move some of them.
And where would we be right now, potentially, if
you
Dubas
imagine the
would have
haul
traded,
he would have got it for Marner?
We could be in a much different place right now. Anyway, coulda, woulda, shoulda. That's the fucking story of my life with this fucking hockey team. But the last thing I'll say before we get out of here is no trade clause. Okay, like talking about if we're gonna rebuild, retool, whatever you want to say here, like I think it needs to be done. But like the no trade clauses of Riley and Nylander and Matthews, specifically those three, that's who I'm talking about. You probably let JT ride it out. Maybe you even let Austin ride out he's only got 2 years left. The way this pace is going, he's only going to play fucking 40 games anyway.
Yeah.
Like he's not going to be an every nighter anymore. You can't count on him. So I don't know. But I know the no trade clauses are a problem. Like you can't just do it without their permission. How would you go about that? Would you try to force them into, all right, you don't like ask them nicely. Look, we want to move off of you. Are you willing to accept the deal? And if the answer is no, I want to stay here, which why the fuck would you want to? Clearly, you're not going to win here. Like if the answer is no, they will not move off the no trade. Would you make things a little uncomfortable and get like, you know what I mean? Turn things up a little bit to get them to be like, all right, that's it. Trade me.
I would, yeah, if it was the guy I wanted to trade. But you have to make the decision on who's moving and who's going.
Like, would you start putting them in the press box? Would you potentially like just throw a guy on waivers because you know what? Fuck,
I mean,
whatever.
You can't put like an Austin Matthews in the press box.
Right.
I mean, technically you can, but people pay a lot of money to go to Leaf games. They're not there. But I'm just saying, like, they're not there as, hey, we like Jay Quillen, but as good as the effort he gives, no one's paying money to see him play. We want to see Tavares, Nylander, guys like Domi. Absolutely.
Oh,
like
Domi.
I would put Domi in the press box and be like, we're just waiting to get rid of you. And this whole,
he's got 2 years left.
Oh my God.
2 years.
I won't name his name, but there's a guy who he used to work in sports radio in Toronto, and he's just been writing all this stuff about how Domi's taking too much heat and whatever. I'm like, there's a reason Max Domi's played for.
He's defending. He's
defending him. I think probably because he was a reporter back in the days when his dad was on the team and stuff. And I get it. Max Domi's a good person, like does a lot for the community and stuff. But,
sure.
But he's not good. He's not good on this team.
You'd be the best.
There's a reason he's played for 15 teams in the league.
I don't care what you do off the ice. Like, go be a philanthropist. What is it? Philanthropist? Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Do whatever. Like,
good person.
Yeah, like do whatever you want to do. I don't care, man. When you show up to fucking your job and you're playing like this, That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like you're playing the ice.
Always on the ice. It seems he's always on the ice when the other team scores.
That pass in overtime too.
Oh my God.
He's just anyway, man. I don't know. It's such a mess. I don't know how you fix this without I don't think this is a fixable product with the guys they have.
Well,
it's just not.
I have the standings from last year on this day. Okay. Here are the teams that were at the bottom last year on this day. Montreal was in dead last in the Eastern Conference, Pittsburgh, New York, but then right above them, Ottawa, who wound up making the playoffs. So what do you think? Is there a chance? No. So Montreal and Pittsburgh were in dead last year, and basically that's how they ended the season.
Well, the Habs made the playoffs.
Or the Habs made the playoffs. That's what I was going to get to. The Habs made the playoffs and Ottawa made the playoffs, and they were in dead last as of this day last year.
Yeah, but they have fight and they have character.
You would say they're more, and what I was getting at, they're more like the Penguins, because the Penguins basically stayed the same from there on out. Do you think they're more like the Leafs are more like Pittsburgh, kind of old and
100%. I'm not sure. I think Pittsburgh, they got off to a hot start. I think they're getting a little bit of a dose of reality here, and they're going to fall off. I don't think Pittsburgh, they got off to a decent start, but I don't think it's going to work out for Pittsburgh this season. I think they'll fall off. I don't know. Anything can happen. You got to play the games. We'll see. But for me, it's just good. No, it's just when I'm watching them, I'm just I'm not seeing anything that makes me believe that oh yeah, man, these guys they're really trying so hard. They're digging in, they're grinding, they're trying to win, but they just can't get there. That's not what I see. That's not what I see. It's
100%.
I don't see that whatsoever. I see you're barely even. Maybe it's not that they aren't doing it. They just can't. They can't. They don't have it. They just can't do it.
Or they don't want to. It looks like they don't want to.
Which is much worse if they don't want to. But
if I have to hear the coach one more time talk about dig in and do the right thing, who does that remind you of?
I honestly had in my notes. I was going to say, is Berube just Babcock 2.0? Without the off-ice shenanigans? Yeah. Is he basically just not Babcock 2.0 here? It's kind of
the way he talks. He says the same thing.
Anyway. So that was 10 years ago that that Babcock was saying these things. Here we are 10 years later talking about the same fucking dudes, and he's the coach who was the third coach since Babcock, or whatever, second coach since Babcock, saying the same fucking things 10 years later. So you think it's gonna ever fucking change with this group of guys? Is it ever gonna change?
If it didn't when they're young, it ain't changing now. No, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. But listen, before I sign off here, I just wanted to throw something out there. The Hockey Podcast Network, they do this, and I thought maybe we could as well. Or if there's any young college student listening out there that wants to help with our podcast as an internship or something like that to help run our social media, where you can spend the time, you're probably better at it than two middle-aged men, and do a way better job. You can email us thetipinpodcast@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. You could do it in your spare time, and we will give you references for whatever you're trying to do in the future. If you're trying to get into sports media, anything like that, we'd really appreciate the help. So I talked to the Hockey Podcast Network, and that's what they do.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
I thought I'd throw it out. If there's anyone listening that's a young college student working in sports media, working in social media, because that's a big thing now.
Yeah,
you can email us and get in touch. But anyway, for the Tip in Maple Leafs podcast, don't forget to follow us on social media at the Tip in Maple Leafs podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, hit like, hit subscribe. If you're listening the audio version, leave a 5-star review. And until next time, I'm Chad.
I'm Dale.
We will.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. We got a little BJ action. Thank God we got a couple-day break here away from watching these guys play. But they are in Columbus. Little BJ action on a Wednesday night. Never hurt anybody. Can't wait to see what happens there. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening. Oh, man. Should be an interesting road trip. We'll catch you later.
You're listening to the Tip In Maple Leafs podcast with your hosts, Chad and Dave.